guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off. What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today we have for you guys NBA Legends explain how good Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was. Now before we get in the video, I want to thank you guys so much for the recent support on the videos and on the channel. You guys have been showing insane support, and I really appreciate it. With that being said, almost 99% of you guys aren't subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the channel, and also leave a like on this video for more videos. We will be doing daily uploads for all of 2021, so make sure you guys stay tuned. With that being said, guys, let's get in the video with NBA Legends explaining how good Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was.
But the greatest player to ever play this game is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and we are dismissive of Kareem because every single stat that you throw up, he's at the top.
Anytime people get a chance to be around him and learn and read stuff that he puts on paper, they should do it. Because to me,
he's a very intelligent man.
He's a very intelligent man.
Super intelligent.
He and Nate Archibald, obviously being from New York City, those are my two idols growing up. And he was the only person, honestly, that when I played in the NBA, I was in awe when I walked on the court.
What do you think out of the guys from your generation? Do you think Moses was probably the most underrated?
No, Moses is the most underrated because, Kareem is the greatest. I mean, in terms of centers all time, Kareem is the number one guy. In terms of players all time, Kareem is still the number one guy. He's the guy you got to start your franchise with.
Because you get 20 years.
You get 20 years and you get leadership, you get excellence in terms of offensively and defensively, and figuring things out, and accomplishment. I mean, his numbers speak volumes, and just because he had a bad attitude, there are a lot of people who disrespect him. But he never had a bad attitude with me, and I met him back in 1970, and I don't think there's ever been a more potent weapon to step on a basketball court than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Difference. If Kareem at his best, Shaq against us, because my top five is close to yours except for one.
Okay.
Kareem at his best, minus you're obviously one, but Kareem at his best, Shaq at his best. Really? Tell me why. I mean, Shaq was a human specimen.
Yes, he was, and I like Shaq, but he was no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This man could dominate you with both hands. When they have to change the game because of you, that's greatness. And we have to remember, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won 3 national championships in a row in college. And it could have been 4 if freshmen were allowed to play. The man was just so dominant.
The Skyhook. Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Unbelievable. First of all, I'm surprised that nobody's ever done it. Tries to do that shot.
Lots of other kinds of hooks, but no one's ever gotten the sky.
No one's got. But the thing about Kareem, when you look back at some of those games and those iconic moments where he hits those shots, I mean, he's hitting deep ones. I mean, he's hitting from 15 feet that sky hook, and you know it's coming. You know what he's gonna do. He's gonna give you a little shoulder or whatever, but he's going to that sky hook. And I don't know if there's ever a play or a shot in the history of the game that scored 1 as many points, and 2 was just you couldn't guard. You couldn't guard it. And I'm just surprised that more big guys don't try to work on that shot. I know it takes a lot of finesse, a lot of touch, but I mean, it's one of those things that I'm even thinking, why did I work on that? I mean, that shot right there was unbelievable to defend.
I'll tell you what makes that shot so difficult to guard. First of all, you got a guy who's 7'2" with incredible balance. It takes a great balance to execute that type of shot and the fluidity to come through, because once he get up there, he's up there all alone. And there's no way you're gonna block that shot. But he stayed within an area. You're talking about staying in that box, and that's what Kareem did. And it was just an unguardable shot. And again, a guy at 7'2" with that type of mobility, that type of talent, and athleticism at that size, he wasn't gonna block it.
But as a big guy, big guy's battling with you, and you're going off one leg, the strength and the balance.
But I will say the space.
But where's your shoulder pointed at?
Oh, at the basket.
Yeah. So when
at the basket.
And that's the whole key. Like with Kareem, he would get you, and then he had got so good at it, like all of you have, where okay, I figured out, like, if I can't get my shoulder around, okay, now, intellectually, right, I can now change and say, okay, I got to shoot it 2 more inches over here.
So, Scottie, I want to pick your brain. What do you think are some of the most unguardable moves you've ever seen or played against?
See, who got the most points in the league? Kareem.
Oh, yeah.
Skyhook. The Skyhook is the answer. That's the answer.
Okay, so this is my question. Why don't any players today develop that? If it truly is the most unguardable thing anyone's ever come up with, why aren't we seeing it? We've seen some sort of mid-baby ones, but no one who can really do it.
I think that shot kind of escaped the game, kind of left with the great one, because there's no one really teaches it. I've seen guys use jump hooks, but not the skyhook.
Right.
He's tried to teach it to
I was going to say,
too.
we had Kareem on the show quite a bit, which is awesome. And, I mean, look, he said he's available. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and secondly, Kareem was one of the greatest scorers in this game, so you have to be a scorer to even try to.
The level of good you.
I'm a huge LeBron James fan, but Allen Iverson, size-wise, the grit that he had and he brought to the game, who's yours?
You know, that's pretty tough because I've seen a lot of great players before I even got to playing, and then now that I have to go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He had the most unstoppable shot, could do a lot of things at a young age. Harvey. You had to get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Because when I played against all these guys, we hated them. We hated each other. And, you know, Kareem was like the greatest player I ever played against by far.
Do you miss Kareem?
Well, I miss not seeing him out there. As a person.
Yeah. He was a great player.
Oh, no question. The greatest.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number 33. Skyhook goggles and low top sneakers.
I don't believe my eyes. What a play! Oh, what a pass to Cooper who scored! How did he see it?
I think that every team needs an anchor, and I think on that team he was their anchor. It wasn't showtime with 30 seconds to go in a tie game. They're slowing the ball up and throwing it right into Kareem.
The ball goes into Kareem at 4. I don't think Kareem knows it. 3. Now he knows it. A 15-footer. Good! It's into Kareem. Kareem swing left. Right hand. 12-footer. Good!
He was just the stabilizer and the foundation of their whole franchise and dynasty. Kareem was definitely a physical player, but he revolutionized the center position, I think, with his finesse. I think that it was unique to see a big man with so much finesse as he had. I remember him just making one of the toughest shots in the game, and that's the skyhook. He let you bump him, and he just took his time and took a step out and gave you a hook shot from 15 feet out.
That's a hook shot. Unbelievable. Oh, my. What a hook shot.
What a shot. They flipped it over his head, and the darn thing went right through. 7 seconds. Michael, the skyhook. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
I've never seen anyone make 2 skyhooks in a game. I've never seen that in the NBA. And actually, if you take a skyhook and miss it, someone will think you're not being serious because of how difficult that shot is. I think the unique thing about his skyhook is that he brings his arm all the way out, and with his wrist, he flicks it. And he doesn't cheat, where a lot of us just come up and try to guide the ball in. He really shoots the ball and follow through.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do leave a like if you did enjoy it, and also subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We are releasing daily videos, so you definitely don't want to miss out. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.